During an interview with the Financial Times this week, Elon Musk says that if his purchase of Twitter does in fact go through, because let's be clear, it is actually still up in the air, may not happen, most likely will, but Musk says if it does happen, he is getting rid of permabans, meaning nobody should ever be permanently banned from the Twitter platform. And he says, yes, that includes Donald Trump. He will be allowed to come back if Musk is successful with his takeover bid. And then Musk went on to say that not only was this decision morally wrong and flat out stupid, but he also says it amplified things on the right. Now, he's not wrong about that, by the way. Now, whether or not he's using that as actual justification to bring Donald Trump back, or at least allow him back on the platform, he's right. Think about how crazy conservatives go anytime one of them gets banned. You know, everybody hypes it up, from lawmakers to conservative media personalities. They get invited on all these shows to talk about their ban. These bans actually do amplify these individuals. So he's not wrong about that. Let's be totally clear. He is wrong, however, that it was morally wrong and stupid to do so. No, it wasn't. Twitter was worried that Donald Trump was going to use the platform to encourage more people to incite an insurrection against the United States. He violated their terms of service. He was banned. I have no problem with that. But I also have no problem with Donald Trump coming back either. Let's be perfectly honest about something here. There is nobody in the media, whether it's conservative media, liberal media, progressive media, or corporate media, there's nobody in that media industry that doesn't want to see Donald Trump come back to Twitter. Sorry, folks, that's the reality. I didn't mean to spill our little secret here, but if anybody that does this tells you they don't want Donald Trump back on Twitter, they're lying to you. Because let's be clear here, the corporate media, they could get a 12-hour news cycle out of a single Donald Trump tweet. I don't think it's a coincidence that Donald Trump, gets banned from Twitter and suddenly CNN has nothing left to talk about and their ratings go in the toilet. They need Donald Trump. Donald Trump's tweets, I'll be perfectly honest with you here, they were great filler, right? Oh, we're a little short on stories, but don't worry, Donald Trump tweeted something stupid and we're guaranteed to get a couple 100,000 views out of it, folks. That's what happened because everybody wanted to know what the lunatic man was saying on Twitter. But more importantly, it also reminded the country of how crazy he was. I don't think we should discount how much people hated that man because of what he was saying on Twitter. Many people in this country have not been listening to Donald Trump since he got booted off Twitter. And I'm talking about the people that hate him, the people that love him. Clearly, they're still listening. But bringing him back, putting that stuff back in the news, talking about the horrible, crazy things he says, that is going to remind people of how unhinged that man truly is. That's not a bad thing. That's a very good thing. So I think it's funny right now that you have all these conservatives on social media saying, oh boy, I can't wait for all the liberal tears about Donald Trump being allowed to come back on Twitter. Dude, nobody's crying. This is a great benefit for us. Again, not only is it easy content, but it also reminds the public of how horrible he is as a human being and turns people off of him who might have been softening to him because they haven't paid attention to him in the last 16 months. This is a good thing, folks. It really, truly is. And if you're wondering, okay, but Farron, what about all the extremism? Cool. Did the extremism go away, by the way, when Donald Trump got kicked off Twitter, or did it get worse? Yeah, it got worse, didn't it? So I don't think Trump has any effect on that whatsoever. It's just a difference of where the extremism is coming from. Just like getting Trump out of the Oval Office hasn't stopped horrible right-wingers from enacting some of the most oppressive legislation in this country. There's always going to be peddlers of hate and extremism on these platforms. It didn't go away. It did, in fact, get worse. So bringing Trump back is not going to change any of that. So I don't buy into that argument whatsoever. There's another benefit, too, by the way. Donald Trump, as we all know, has his own Truth Social outlet. You know, it's supposed to be this Twitter rival where we guarantee everybody free speech, but you will get permanently banned if you criticize the platform. What happens if Donald Trump breaks his pledge to not come back on Twitter and does come back on Twitter? Truth Social dies. And with it, so do Donald Trump's hopes of launching his media empire. Okay, because that's the goal. I think a lot of people have forgotten about that. Truth Social was just supposed to be the launching point for Donald Trump's media empire. They were going to get into videos. They had discussed getting into films. And if Truth Social dies, which it's pretty much on life support as it is, but if Trump goes back to Twitter and all the Truth Social people go back to Twitter, Truth Social is dead. The stock for the company that acquired it is going to bottom out, and Donald Trump's media empire will be dead before it even officially begins. So taking all of that into consideration, I don't see a single downside to Elon Musk letting Donald Trump back on Twitter. One of today's video sponsors is Magic Spoon cereal. If you're hoping to start eating a little bit healthier, but without having to sacrifice any taste, then Magic Spoon is perfect for you. They have the wonderful flavors that you've enjoyed since you were a child, but without any of the guilt. Magic Spoon has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. And of course, there's only 140 calories per serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. And you can build your own box. Available flavors to build your very own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and maple waffle. You can also mix and match the flavors when they arrive. I'm a big fan actually of mixing the cocoa and the frosted flavors. It tastes just like a chocolate cake, so it makes a great late night snack. Go to magicspoon.com/ROF to grab a custom bundle of cereal and start your year off right. And be sure to use our promo code ROF at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon's so confident in their product that it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/ROF and use the code ROF to save $5 off.